4 of the Revenue Plunge. Thanks for joining us, Tom McEwen.
Jessica Campos.
And here we're today to talk about a topic that came up in the last episode that we both feel is really critical to dive a little bit deeper into, and that's going to be conscious marketing versus fear-based marketing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely seeing, especially in the corner of wellness marketing, is so important that you actually detach yourself from fear-based marketing. And fear-based marketing has worked for the longest time, right? So in the times when marketing was referred to the process of you going to the market, there were tactics that needed to be used so people could gain a competitive advantage. But nowadays, data shows that number one, your consumers are more educated. Number two, there's such a thing called content marketing, which should allow you to create that level of education. And if you actually follow some brand marketing strategies, you want ultimately that your customer or the person that you want to help or heal will feel that you are the right fit. So triggering that feeling, it might be pretty much the opposite. I don't know the word for that, but you might be like, it might be counterintuitive, trying to achieve trust in somebody that needs healing, but at the same time, hurting him with fear.
Yeah. Let me give an example, and this is not necessarily specific to conferences. This is just in general. So I spoke to a lead gen company a couple months back, and I don't know how they got me on the phone, but we got on, and the rep seemed to be a pretty nice guy. We had a decent conversation, and then suddenly, as the pitch was ending and the call was ending after the 20-minute demo of how their services worked, he then put his price page up to me right on the call and said, so here's the way we work. It is a $1,500. You pay for it per month, and we'll lock that rate in for you if you commit to this right now. And you go ahead and click the link on the screen or in the chat, and you register with me on the phone right now. It's $1,500. But if you don't do it right now with me on the phone, it suddenly defaults to $3,500. And I'm just like, you've got to be effing kidding me. Like, how am I supposed to ever trust somebody like you? Like, ever? If you're trying to pull this over me, right, by saying that the price is going to more than double, if I don't do this now. I mean, so let's take emotion out of it for a second and just use logic. So number one, you just revealed your margin, which is never a good idea. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number two, you act out of desperation and fear. Your relationship is never going to be the same moving forward, even if someone is dumb enough to sign up for you in that kind of offer. And then number three, it just makes you feel sick, right? Right. And look, it happens in all industries, but that's just a perfect example, I think, of fear-based marketing tactics to get people to commit.
It can be a turn off. I actually had this conversation with one of our clients, and I love asking this question to our clients: is why you chose us? Yeah. And sometimes they just tell us, even if I don't ask. So I had this client that was telling me and said, you know what, I think I would love to share with you the experience I had when I interview other agencies. And this is what I felt. And this is why I decided that I was going to work with you and with your team. I'm like, thank you for saying that. We definitely don't subscribe to any of the fear-based tactics, for sales, but quite frankly, I just want to emphasize that even in the marketing side, we just don't subscribe to that either, right? So funnels can be icky. That idea of putting like 48 hours cash cow, flash sale, those type of things, in the wellness world, it really doesn't work, and it should not. If you consider yourself a healer, if you're working with patients, just consider like their nervous system, right? How would you feel when you're trying to heal somebody and then your solutions come, but they come with this like silty and slimy? By the way, didn't we watch such a great and cool and nasty episode at the same time last night of Black Mirror?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, if you
God.
haven't, oh my God, I don't even know what the title of the episode is, but high level, it's the one where they bring the deceased wife back to life through an AI subscription service where they can repair her brain from a cloud server, only to find out, and I won't do a spoiler alert, but only to find out that it winds up being a rolling subscription where the levels that you pay for change over time and get more expensive, right? So, um, but I think just, quick point is like the, the only way that a client relationship is going to last long term with you, and it's not going to be toxic, meaning like not forced, not like, oh man, I have to stay with this provider because they're the right. The only way it's going to last is if they start the relationship off with desire to improve, but fully trusting you. So you can't do things that is just going to basically obliterate the trust from the start,
Mm-hmm.
right? And use these like types of fear tactics. You know, definitely not in the wellness world. It's it's got to start off with a sense of excitement about the commitment that they're making, not the fear of if I don't solve this now, right? Like they're not going to pay their taxes, right? They're not running from the IRS. They're not running from a debt collector. They're running to because they see a vision of themselves in the future that
Mm-hmm.
they're so excited to be, and that you are going to help them get there.
Yeah, and to wrap up, another example of why it's so important to be mindful of what kind of wellness brand are you, right? Like it will be different if you are a consumable versus if you provide a service. For sure, if you are a service, please do not, by all means, do not abide to sales practices that are fear based or marketing practices that are fear based.
Yep.
And in the world where we know we're using AI, I would say right now a good nugget can be, please ask AI to give you feedback. If your copy right now on your website, on your sales pages, on your booking pages are inducing fear. And
Yep.
if they are, maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time that you actually become more conscious and more vocal about the level of consciousness that you want your future clients to have when they're coming to you. Because I'll tell you one thing, the more elevated level of consciousness they are, the easier it's going to be on your end. You don't have to sell, you have to just connect,
Yep.
and you have to just be. Thank you
All
for
right.
giving us that idea.
Well, thank you. And thank you to all of you for tuning in and listening. We hope that you enjoyed this bonus session. And we look forward to seeing you in episode 5.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome
Thank
sauce.
you.